Good morning, Amanda. Right now, the fire is about 25% contained. You can see here crews going in and out of this area, managing for hot spots and whatnot. A majority of the flames have been put out, but several crews, at least 20 fire departments, are here managing for hot spots and making sure that the fire does not spread. It's burned about 660 acres, and because of how big the fire is, there are about 20 fire departments from surrounding areas battling this fire. Officials say the brush fire started just after 5 last night in the Round Mountain area. That's near Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962 West. The first arriving fire units reported heavy fire conditions, and the fire did quickly jump 962, started moving north towards Blanco County. The Horseshoe Bay Fire Department said in a Facebook post that ash was falling in Horseshoe Bay and surrounding areas. As of late last night, there have been no evacuations in that area. Officials say right now there are several agencies set up along Highway 71 to make sure and prevent the fire from jumping the highway. A majority of crews are in rehab mode right now, which basically means they're resting and won't start up again until later this morning. Since it is dark, you can't see any flames or where exactly the fire burned, but you can see some hot spots like this burning tree you see right now. Residents in the area are asked not to call 911 unless they are in immediate danger. As of now, no injuries have been reported, no structures have been burned, but officials tell me no one has had to evacuate. Hey, good morning, Dave. Right now, the fire is only 25% contained. So far, it's burned more than 650 acres. Right now, you can't see any flames, but you can see some hot spots like that tree behind me. And then if we point the camera towards the ground, you can see it is burned here in this area. They say it started roughly around 5 o'clock last night. Several departments, roughly 20 fire departments, are battling this fire because of how big it is. They want to make sure it doesn't jump and move to surrounding areas. But the fire started in the Round Mountain area. That's near Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962 West. The first arriving fire units reported heavy fire conditions. The fire did quickly jump 962 and started moving north towards Blanco County. The Horseshoe Bay Fire Department said in a Facebook post that ash was falling in Horseshoe Bay and surrounding areas. As of late last night, there have been no evacuations in that area. Officials do tell me that right now there are several agencies set up along Highway 71 to make sure and prevent the fire from jumping the highway. A majority of crews are in rehab mode, which basically means they are resting and won't start up again until later this morning. Like I mentioned, it's dark right now, so you cannot see any flames from where we are. Still just some hot spots in this area. Officials are asking residents to not call 911 unless they are in immediate danger. So far, no injuries have been reported and no structures have been damaged. Amanda, right now the fire is only 25% contained, and so far it's burned about 660 acres. Now, because the fire is so massive, there's about 20 fire departments out here to contain this fire. Officials say the brush fire started just after 5 o'clock last night in the Round Mountain area. That's right near Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962 West. The first fire units say that they reported seeing heavy fire conditions. That fire did quickly jump 962 and started moving north towards Blanco County. Now, in a Facebook post posted by the Horseshoe Bay Fire Department, they say that ash was falling in that area and surrounding areas. As of late last night, thankfully, no one has been evacuated. Officials tell us right now there are several agencies set up along Highway 71 to make sure and prevent the fire from jumping the highway. Right now, there are no crews out here actually battling this fire as we speak. Right now they're in recovery mode, which basically means they're resting up until they start back up later this morning, since they have been out here throughout the night. You can see some hot spots like this burning tree here behind me. Also, take a look at the ground where I'm standing. This is part of the 660 acres that have burned so far. Thankfully, no one has been injured, no structures have burned, and no one has had to evacuate. Back to the studio. Hey, good morning, Amanda. We are still here live on scene, roughly where that fire started around 5 o'clock last night. But all morning long, I've been telling you guys how the fire has been moving north, and you can kind of see the smoke coming up in that area. I know it's difficult to see a lot of the smoke from the video, but this is a live look. Smoke coming through towards Blanco County near Horseshoe Bay. That's where the fire has been spreading. Right now, only about 25% is contained. It's burned 660 acres. About 20 fire departments from surrounding areas have responded just because of how massive this fire is. Like I reported, it started around 5 o'clock last night in the Round Mountain area. That's near Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962 West. The first fire crews that arrived reported heavy fire conditions. The fire quickly jumped 962 and started moving north. The Horseshoe Bay Fire Department said in a Facebook post that ash was falling in that area and surrounding areas. As of late last night, there have been no evacuations in that area. Officials say right now there are several agencies set up along Highway 71 making sure the fire does not jump the highway. Majority of crews are resting right now. They've been out here for several hours all throughout the night. Plan on starting up again in a few hours or so this morning. The flames are out. You can't see any flames from where we are, but this is what's left from the area that burned over here. You can see the floor is black. Also, we've been showing you that hot spot of the tree just beyond from where I'm standing, but it seems that fire has died down as well. So no injuries have been reported. No one has had to evacuate, and they are asking people not to call 911 unless they are in immediate danger. Back to you in the studio. Hey, good morning, Amanda. Right now, the fire has burned about 660 acres here. Started just around 5 o'clock last night. The cause of the fire still unknown at this time, but according to the Horseshoe Bay Fire Department, the northern end of this fire was pretty much contained. They are still working a good portion of the southern end, which is in Blanco County. I did speak with the fire chief for that department. He says where I'm at right now is about 95% contained. That exact location is in the Round Mountain area. That's near Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962. About 20 fire departments responded to the scene last night, and the Horseshoe Bay Facebook page for the fire department says ash was falling in that area as well as surrounding areas of the city. As of late last night, there have been no evacuations. Officials say still several agencies set up along Highway 71 making sure the fire does not jump from the highway. Majority of crews right now still in rehab mode, meaning that they are resting and will be back out shortly. We do know there is a meeting happening soon where several officials will gather and kind of assess the damage and figure out where they need to go next. But you can see where I'm at, this area completely burned. Still some hot spots that crews have been monitoring throughout the morning. So far, no injuries have been reported. No one has had to evacuate, and no structures have been burned. Back to the studio. Hey, good morning, Dave. Right now, officials are all meeting, trying to get an update to this fire and figure out how they need to move forward for today to get a better grip of this. We do know about 25% of it is contained, and you can see just how much has burned through in the Blanco County area, this charred ground. And then if you look beyond this fence, you can see some of the trees that have burned and the vegetation that is left from this fire. We do know about 660 acres have burned so far. I did speak with the Horseshoe Bay Fire Department chief. He tells me this specific area of where we're at, well, it's about 95% contained. They are still working the southern part of Blanco County, trying to get a better handle on the fire. The fire was first reported around 5:15 last night in the Round Mountain area. That's near Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962 West, which is where we're located. The first crews that arrived reported heavy fire conditions, and that fire did quickly jump 962 and started moving north towards Blanco County. But the same fire chief tells me they have that area pretty much contained right now. The department posted on its Facebook page ash was falling in the Horseshoe Bay and surrounding areas. So far, no one has had to evacuate. Officials are staged along Highway 71, making sure the fire does not jump the highway. We do know crews will be in and out of this area throughout the day. They are asking people to watch out for them and to avoid this area if possible. No one has been injured. No structures have been damaged. And officials are also telling residents that to only call 911 unless they are in immediate danger. Hey, good morning, Amanda. Well, we do know this area where I'm exactly at, it is way better. The fire chief over at the Horseshoe Bay Fire Department says this area about 95% contained, and you can just see how much has burned here. You see the charred floor. Some areas, like what you're seeing right now, still smoldering from last night's fire. To give you a better idea of where we're located, this is in the Round Mountain area, just off Highway 71 and Ranch Road 962. That's where officials say this brush fire started just after 5 o'clock last night. We do know about 660 acres have burned so far. Roughly 20 fire departments from surrounding areas have responded just because of how big it is. The northern part of this area, we are also told, mostly contained. They're still working the southern part, which is about 25% contained right now. The Horseshoe Bay Fire Department, several other agencies have been posting up updates on their social media accounts. We do know that in Horseshoe Bay, they were seeing ashes falling and also no evacuations, thankfully, in that area. Some agencies are staged along Highway 71, making sure the fire does not jump the highway. Majority of crews are back out here monitoring the area, looking for hot spots. You can see a lot of the damage that caused from this area. Thankfully, no structures have been damaged. No one has been injured. We are waiting still to see how this all started, what may have caused this fire. Several officials are meeting right now. Hopefully, we will get more information coming up soon.